Take the 40s.
All the time.
Yeah. Well, tonight we have continuing coverage out of our Washington, D.C. bureau. It is after the House of Representatives narrowly passed budget framework last night to advance President Trump's legislative agenda. It is a Trump agenda that calls for large tax and spending cuts, which Democrats warn will hurt people who rely on vital programs like Medicaid.
Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon now live on Capitol Hill tonight with reaction from lawmakers as well as the next steps in the process. Brendan.
Hey there, Mike and Eva. Good evening. Yeah, this was a really big win for House Speaker Mike Johnson and President Donald Trump's legislative agenda. House Speaker Johnson working with President Trump to persuade those Republican holdouts up till the very last minute last evening in order to get this budget resolution across the finish line. The measure was actually stalled at one point and pulled from the floor. Members were told to go home because it appeared there would not be enough Republican support to pass it. Minutes later, in a very rare occurrence, GOP leadership called everyone back and brought the bill back to the floor where it ultimately passed. Getting this resolution through the House was a crucial step in the budget reconciliation process, the complicated and lengthy process that enables Republicans to pass legislation with a simple majority or 51 votes instead of the 60 typically required for bills to pass the Senate. The House GOP budget resolution instructs committees to draft legislation that cuts over $4 trillion in taxes, cuts close to $2 trillion in spending, and raises the debt ceiling by $4 trillion. Committees will have to find billions of dollars in cuts. And to achieve those cuts, Democrats warn Republicans are going to target Medicaid, nutritional assistance, and other key services. Some local Republicans I caught up with who voted for the resolution say they believe President Trump when he says he does not wish to cut Medicaid, and they accuse Democrats of using scare tactics. Take a listen.
The president's been pretty clear. He doesn't want to see any changes to benefits for people on Medicaid. I don't either. I mean, we have to have a compassionate safety net.
The big thing is being able to tell people ahead of time what's going to go on and get the message clearly and honestly as opposed to scare tactics.
And Mike and Eva, lawmakers are going to have to come up with that money somehow, and if not from those key services and programs, then from where? I asked that to several Republican lawmakers today, and they said that is up for the various committees to decide as they start to hold hearings and draft the legislation to fully implement President Trump's legislative agenda to allocate the different resources and the different funds. So a lot more to come from here in Washington over the course of the next several weeks. But for now, reporting live on Capitol Hill for Erie News Now, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Mike, Eva, back to you.